And 1. Be there now. What is this memory?
I'm at my parents' cottage.
I'm at my parents' cottage. Mm-hmm. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone or are there others with you?
There are others, but I can't see them. They're in the house or somewhere else.
So I want you to focus on yourself. How old are you there?
Maybe 11 or 12, I think.
Mm-hmm. How are you dressed? Look down at your feet.
I'm in a swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Going down to the water.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling?
Good. It's a sunny day.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I'm carrying my float.
Mm-hmm.
And something starts stabbing me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is.
Where do you feel it stabbing you?
All over.
Mm-hmm. Are you in the water? Try to explain it to me in a way that I could understand. What is the stabbing feeling like?
Stings.
It stings. Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I just run. I can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
I just collapse at the bottom. And I have wasps all over me.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I was screaming, so my sister came down, and I couldn't walk because I was... My feet were stung.
Mm-hmm.
I was just stung all over, so she was trying to...
So tell me where it feels the most.
I just can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to go to a time where this has happened, where you can't breathe. Feel it. Go to the time. Go to the time when you couldn't breathe before. Go to the memory. Keep going. When you can't breathe. When you can't breathe. Go back. Go to another time when this has happened. Where are you? What is this place?
It's dark.
It's dark. Mm-hmm. Are you inside or outside?
Inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's inside.
Inside. Are you male or female?
I think female.
Mm-hmm. I want you to adjust your eyes. And as you adjust your eyes, you'll be able to understand where you are. What is this place?
It feels like a big stone building, and it's dark inside.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt floors.
Yes.
I have sandals. Sandals on my feet.
Uh-huh. What else are you wearing?
Like a gown. Like not a fancy gown, but like almost like a toga.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not white though.
So this building that you're in, is it a large place that you're in or a small place?
It's big. I think I live there. I think my room is off a hallway or something.
All right. So I'd like for you to go to your room and see what it looks like.
And it's dark. Primitive.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bed, a table.
How old are you there?
Small mirror. I think I'm in my 20s.
Mm-hmm. And this place where you live, does it seem to be a place of humble means, or is it a place where there's more
wealth? I think there's more wealth. I think it's like a castle or some kind of just large, big building like that. But it's dark and there's torches on the walls.
And this room where you are, does it seem to be a nice room or simple room?
Simple. It's very simple.
Okay. And what is it that you do in this castle? What is your role there? I want you to see yourself doing that. I'm going to put my hand on your forehead and want you to see yourself doing what you do in this castle. How do you spend your days?
In the room, I think.
So I'd like for you to see yourself doing what it is that you normally do in a day. Where do you spend most of your time in your room?
I think I only come out when I'm called out.
Do you have a window in that room?
No.
No. All right. So I'd like for you now to close that scene and go to the scene when you are being called out. And I'd like for you to see who opens that door for you.
A guard.
A guard. Does the guard call you by name?
No.
No. Tell me what happens next.
I walk down the hallway.
Describe it for me.
There's just torches for lights, and there are other doors here and there, and there's sturdy doors. It doesn't look like a jail. It looks like I don't know if it's a palace, or I feel like I'm just there for whatever kind of entertainment purposes.
So where is it that you go? Where have you been called to?
It's another room. There's drapes and pillows and table.
What happens in this room?
No one's in there. I'm the only one in there.
Okay. Tell me what happens. What do you do in that room?
Yeah, I think it's, I'm there for like just whatever that they want when they come in.
So who is they?
It seems like there are people like not soldiers. They're olden time people, like whoever works for like.
Use all of your senses. Do you provide any services for them?
Yes, I think that's sexual. Mostly it just seems like abuse.
And what happens after you're done?
They take me back to the room.
Okay, very good. So I want you to now close that scene, and let's go back in time, in that same lifetime, before you were in that castle, before you were in that room of yours, when you were younger. I'm going to count from 3 back to 1. When I get to number 1, I'll touch your forehead, and you'll be before that happened. Take a very deep breath in now. 3, going back to where you're younger. 2, and 1. Be there now. Where are you?
Outside.
How old are you there?
I think 4 or 5. There's grass and a simple house, and there's a lake, like a meadows around there. It's out away, not in the city.
Are you by yourself, or are there others with you?
I have a brother. He has blonde hair. I think he's younger, I think. And my mother and father.
Okay. And what is it that your mother and father are doing there? Do you see them do anything in particular?
Farm.
Farm. Good. Now, how do you feel in connection with your family?
Good, happy.
Okay. What do they call you there? Listen for your name. What comes to mind?
I think it's Elise. Elise.
When I say the name Elise, does that resonate with you?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know what my name is.
Okay. So let's now move to the scene that changed your life, that caused you to go to that castle. Be there now.
I'm older now, and soldiers came.
How old are you there?
I think 16.
What happened?
They just took me, put me on a wagon, held down my parents, or my father, so he couldn't do anything.
I want you to feel what you're feeling. What's happening?
It feels helpless. Frightened. Unprotected.
What happens next?
They drive off. They throw him to the ground and drive off, and there are more people, and there are more girls in there.
So I'd like for you to see yourself now being taken to that castle. What happens?
We all walk in a line, and we go where we're told to go.
Okay. So let's close that scene now. And let's go beyond the time when you were in your room, when a very important thing happens. Go to that moment that defines that life now.
I think I'm just being choked.
Look at the eyes of the one who's choking you. I'd like for you to take the last breath and release yourself from that body. Release yourself and tell me what happens as your spirit leaves that body.
I go up.
Does anyone greet you?
I don't see anyone greeting me, but I just feel relief.
Mm-hmm. So as you're feeling that relief, I want you to look at that lifetime. What was the purpose of living that lifetime? What did you get from that life?
Love for my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to rely on myself.
How can that lifetime help the lifetime of Carla now?
She needs to rely on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Come into her power.
Mm-hmm. So what did the wasps remind her of? Why were they there?
I really can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. Keep following that breath. Keep following it to the next lifetime, the next memory. Keep following it. Keep following it. Where are you?
Yeah, I don't see anything. It's dark.
Okay. So I'd like for you to illuminate the space with your internal eyes, with your internal light. What is this place? Where are you?
I don't see anything. I don't know. I don't know where I am.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you of that feeling of choking. And take yourself back to that moment. What were those wasps telling you? Go back. Go back. Remember. I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and let's follow that choking. 5. Going all the way back. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Be there now.
I think I was choked because I spoke my mind. I spoke up.
All right, let's find out who's choking you. Allow the scene to open up.
It was just a soldier who came in.
Mm-hmm.
And I said something I shouldn't.
As you're in that moment of speaking your truth, how does it feel to speak up?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So take yourself now to that moment right before you encountered the wasps. Take yourself back to the moment when you were in that cottage before you went out. What was the conversation you had before you left?
Just being told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Not having a choice.
Mm-hmm.
always had to do what someone else wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for the adult Carla to step in and talk to this child. Does this child need to be reminded of what that soldier did? Of not speaking her truth? Does she need to be punished for speaking her truth?
No.
No.
You should always speak your truth.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to put yourself in that moment when little Carla spoke the truth. Was there any fear?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'd like for you to see what that fear looks like around this little girl. How does it manifest?
Looks like brown sludge.
Mm-hmm. And as it walks towards the lake, I want you to see that brown sludge from the perspective of the wasps. What does it look like to the wasps?
It attracted them.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to tell this little girl about this fear that she carries with her?
You don't need to be afraid.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready to remove this brown sludge of fear?
Yes.
All right. What color would you like to use to dissipate this very dark sludge around this little girl?
White.
Very good. So bring in that white light and let's begin to remove all of that sludge, all of that fear. And I want you to tell me what kind of reaction the body has.
It's illuminating.
Mm-hmm. And how do the wasps react?
It burns them up, pushes them away.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you now to see the scene once again as we begin. In your swimsuit, going down to the beach with your float, radiating in that beautiful, brilliant light. And tell me what happens.
I get down to the water and go enjoy the water.
Beautiful. Are there any insects?
There are frogs.
Mm-hmm. How do they react to the light?
And dragonflies.
Mm-hmm.
They are okay with it.
Very good. So let's close that scene and let's do that one more time. I'd like for you to see yourself once again with your swimsuit and the float. And tell me what you look like now.
I'm glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Happy.
And as the adult Carla sees this, can she forgive herself for holding on to the sludge for so long?
Yes.
Where else has this sludge interfered in her life? Let's find out. I'm going to count from 5 back to 1. And let's see what memory we have of when she was full of sludge before. It could be in this lifetime or another lifetime. I'm going to count from 5 back to 1. When I get to number 1, we'll be full of sludge once again. 5. Beginning to go back in time. Looking for the memory. Full of fear. 4. 3. A memory of darkness. 2. And 1. Be there now. Where are you?
I'm in my room at home.
How old are you there?
I think I'm like 17.
Are you alone or are there others with you?
My family's there. 4 of us.
What's happening?
Oh, my mother's yelling at me because I have to do certain things or I won't be successful.
How do you feel about that?
I'm fearful. Hurt. Angry.
What happens next?
I just slam my door and go in the room. But not too hard, so she doesn't come in there.
I want you to feel that feeling. Where do you keep all that?
In my head.
So I want you to go deep, deep into your head, as if you had a spyglass that could see where all of this fearfulness, all this hurt, all this anger is residing. What does it all look like in there?
It's just like a brownish gray. It looks slippery.
And what does that brownish, gray, slippery stuff do to this body?
It holds me back.
So why is it that Carla has created so much brownish gook inside of her mind?
Fear. Afraid of failure.
But all this brownish stuff reminds me of something that we deposit in our own toilets. Is it something that we like to keep around for a long time?
No.
Kind of smelly, isn't it? Why is it that Carla's keeping all of this in there? Why is it in there?
She's afraid.
What is she afraid of if she lets it go?
She should let it go.
But something's holding it in there. Something's anchoring it in. What are the words? What are the faces that have kept it in there for so long? Let's take a peek. Who pops up?
They're my mom's words.
Mom's words are in there. Okay. So do we need to keep Mom's words in there? No. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, let's speak with Mom and see why she's put those words in there. When I get to number 3, you be Mom. 1, 2, and 3. Hello, Mom.
Hello.
Are you Carla's mother?
Yes.
Yes. It seems that Carla has been putting a lot of your words in her mind. Would you take a look at them and see what they are?
You can't do that.
What else? What else do you see in her head?
You're not good enough.
What else do you see in there?
You're a failure.
What else do you see in there? Mom, why have you put those words in her head? Are they about Carla? Are they about you?
They were fear-based.
They're fear-based. What were you so afraid of, Mom? Why were you saying these words?
There were so many kids. I wouldn't have been able to help all of them. So they had to be independent, take care of themselves.
So were you putting these words in her mind to push her away?
No.
What were you putting her in there?
To try to guide her.
To try to guide her. But look what's left in there. Are those the kind of words that guide people? You can't do that? You're not good enough? You're a failure? Is that a good guide?
I didn't say it directly.
How did you say it?
I just shouted things at her.
Mom, now you see this life from a different perspective. What would you like to tell Carla about all those dirty words that you put into her mind?
I love you. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Take a deep breath in. Carla, what are you going to say back to Mom?
Thank you. I know.
Let me speak again with Mom. Mom, I know that you love her now, but look at all this mess that you've left in her head. We need to get all that sludge out of there, don't we? Yes. She's walking around with all of this poo in her head. What would you like to put in there instead?
You're beautiful.
So let's take one at a time. You can't do that. What would you like to replace that with?
Healing love.
What words can you tell her that would heal her?
Love. Appreciation.
So as you put these words in, I want you to take out some of those that you put in. Which one did you take out?
You can't do that.
Okay, so let's pull that one out and replace it with something special. What would you like to put in there instead?
Just healing love.
Healing love, very good. What about you're not good enough? Is Carla good enough? Tell her that. She needs to hear from you.
You're good enough. You're good enough. You've always been good enough. I'm sorry.
What about you're a failure?
I'm sorry if I made you feel that way.
Tell her the truth, Mom.
I was doing the best I could.
And it wasn't very good with 10 kids, was it?
No.
No. So would you like to ask her for forgiveness for not being the best mom, but only the best you could be?
Please forgive me for doing the best that I could.
Take a deep breath. Carla, can you see your mom for who she was? Without a good role model? With so many kids?
Yes.
Can you see that those words were really words about her frustration?
They were words from love that I took the wrong way.
Yeah, you took the wrong way. So are we ready to empty out and flush that toilet?
Yes.
Go ahead and flush it, and flush all of that nasty stuff that your mom put in there that you misinterpreted. Flush it all away.
It's gone.
Very good. What would we like to put in there instead?
Blue light.
Blue light. Let's put blue light in there. Feel that blue light going in to your head. Feel that energy of the blue light going in. And as it goes in, you could put pictures of your mom and you when you were having the best times. You could put pictures of what a good mom you've been, of all of your successes and happiness, of your creativity, and when you have felt that you have been good enough. Put all of that in there. And tell me when it's completely full.
It's full.
Very good. Very good. And now, what would you like to say, Mom, before you let her go?
I love you.
Very good. Mom, any more last words?
I love you too.
Very good. Thank you so much, Genevieve, and I'd like for you now to disconnect from her. And we're going to go now into another memory. Let's go into another memory that has affected the lifetime of Carla. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. We're going to look for that memory that's affected her. Taking a deep breath in now. 5. Going through time and space, looking for another memory that's affected this lifetime. 4. Could be a memory of this life or another life. 3. Allow the images and moments to come. 2. Almost there. 1. Tell me what's happening. Be there. Where are you?
I'm walking on a beach.
I'm walking on a beach. Tell me more.
I've got pants rolled up.
Pants rolled up.
I think I'm a man. Brown hair.
How old are you there?
Younger. Early 20s.
Take a look at your hands. Are these working hands?
Yes.
What color are these hands?
They're like a tan, light tan. They have cuts and hair and calluses and bruises.
And what is it that you're doing on this beach today? Take a look around. What do you do there?
I was on a ship. The ship stopped and it's like a desert island.
Do you work on this ship?
Yes.
Are you by yourself on this island, or are there others with you?
There are others.
Yes.
Everyone's exploring.
So how do you feel as you're walking on this?
Free. Warm. Warm sand.
Yes.
Is it tropical?
Very good. So tell me what happens now. What's the next important scene?
Sailing on the ship.
Very good. So I want you to feel what it feels like to be on that ship, perhaps.
Dirty. Dirty. Brutal.
What do you do on that ship?
Clean and take orders. Stinks. It's dark.
Tell me more.
Many of the other people don't have teeth or have bad teeth.
What about you?
I still have teeth.
What do they call you? Do you have a name there?
I want to say Carl. Doesn't sound right though. Carl.
That's your conscious mind. I want you to listen for that name. Hear someone shouting it.
Richard?
When I say Richard, does that resonate?
Yes.
Very good. So Richard, I want you to close that scene and go to the very important scene in that lifetime that defines that life where we can understand why you're there. Be there. What's happening?
They're gonna kill somebody.
What's happened?
He stole something or didn't do something right. They're gonna kill him.
Does he work on a ship with you?
They tied him up. They tied him so he can't swim, and they're gonna dump him over.
Take a look in his eyes. Do you recognize the soul?
I think it's my husband. I think it's my husband.
So I want you to just tell me what happens.
They throw him. They throw him over.
How does that make you feel?
Not good. Like it's a bad place to be.
Did you work with this man?
Yes.
So tell me what relationship you had with him.
He wasn't there. He was not very cruel. Most of the other people were very cruel.
So he was nicer?
He was nicer.
So were you friends?
Yes.
Very good. So let's see what happens after the life of your friend has been killed. Move forward in time. What happens next?
It's lonely. I have to fend for myself. I have to learn to fend for myself.
Did your friend keep you safe?
We helped each other.
What's happening now?
I have to learn to defend myself and fend for myself.
Okay, very good. So let's close the scene and let's go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Be there at the last day and tell me where you are.
I'm in a bed. My family's around me. And they're sad.
How old are you there, Richard?
60, 50.
And as you're lying in bed, you can reminisce about your life and see it as flashes in your mind. What happened after you left that ship?
I met someone and got married and started a family and stayed away from ships. A farm, I think.
Yes. And as you see your family around you, do you recognize any of these eyes?
No.
No. So, Richard, take your last breath from that lifetime and release your spirit from that body. And as you do, you can look back and see if there's been any promises made, any decisions that you made in that lifetime that are impacting the life of Carla now.
I think I just needed to learn the strength to do things for myself, to stand up.
Is she doing that?
She's trying. She's trying.
So as you look at Carla's life and you look at the life of Richard, are there any on that lifetime that are in the lifetime now? Take a look at the one she worked with.
I think the one they threw over was my husband.
Okay.
I don't recognize anyone else.
Very good. So were there any promises made to this soul? Any vows?
I think we just keep coming back to help each other.
Good. So I'd like for you to continue on your journey as a spirit and tell me where you go after you leave that lifetime. Tell me what happens to your soul.
I go up. I think I go up.
So let's see if anybody meets you there or if you go to any particular place. Are there any souls there? What do you experience?
It's just like, there's like nothing there. It's just white. It's white light and nothing.
Very good. Just continue into that white light. And allow yourself to just absorb that light.
Love. I just feel love.
Connect with that love. And tell me if there's any messages or any information that comes from that light.
You're doing well.
Keep floating in that white light. Keep going beyond it. Is there anybody waiting for that spirit?
I feel like it's my mom from this life.
What does your mom say?
I missed you. I missed you.
Is mom part of your family in the spirit realm?
Yes.
Who else is there from your family? Let's find out who your soul family is and where you come from. Allow mom to take you. What do you experience?
I keep hearing the Pleiades. Pleiades.
Keep going. Keep traveling. And tell me what happens if anything changes.
I think that's where I'm from, the Pleiades. It's dark. We're just out in space.
All right. So I'd like for you to follow that darkness and go to your soul family. And as you get closer and closer, you may notice things changing. What do you notice? Notice it with every bit of your body and your mind, with your soul.
It's just cold and dark. It's cold and dark.
So as you connect with that, what is it, gold? Cold and dark?
Cold,
All
cold,
right.
Cold and dark.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go past that coldness and darkness and keep going deeper. I'm going to begin counting from 10 to 1. When I get to number 1, you'll be there with your soul family. 10. Going deeper and deeper, accelerating. 9. Going deeper into space. 8. Noticing changes. 7. Deeper. and deeper. 6. Going through time and space. 5. Looking for the soul family. 4. Getting close now. 3. 2. And 1. Be there now. What comes to mind? What do you sense?
Peace.
Peace.
Calm.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet.
Mm-hmm. Now in that peace and calm and quiet, you'll be able to connect mind to mind, soul to soul. Sense the messages. What do you need to know? Allow yourself to express.
It's just so different.
Mm-hmm.
So different on Earth.
Mm-hmm. So why has this soul chosen to go to Earth? What's the purpose of it all?
To experience it.
Mm-hmm. Now, being that the soul is from the Pleiades, what gifts has this soul brought into this lifetime? What is it about the soul, the spirit of Carla? What is her expertise in this life?
Resilience.
Mm-hmm. She chose a very large family. And being at the end, is that why she chose that family? To be resilient.
She learned a lot from the people around her.
Mm-hmm. Tell her what she's learned from all those people around her.
Most people don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just asleep.
Mm-hmm. So what is different about Carla in this lifetime?
She's waking up.
Mm-hmm. She's been noticing interesting things happening to her, where she's able to see what others can't see. What's going on with that?
She's reconnecting.
Mm-hmm. Is this reconnecting to her gifts?
To her source.
To her source. Mm-hmm. And as she reconnects, what's going to happen? What's going to change?
Things won't bother her as much.
Okay. She's had very, very difficult time, an emotional time with her family. Why?
It taught a lot of valuable lessons.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell her those lessons?
Understanding that most people don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's cause and reaction to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that she's stronger than she thinks she is.
Mm-hmm. Has she been giving herself lessons?
The videos she watches has helped to lead her to check into more things,
Mm-hmm.
to learn that inside is where she needs to look.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that she notices is that sometimes people's thoughts are something that she has just thought of. And she wonders, is she putting thoughts in people's head? Is that one of her talents?
She thinks it is.
Mm-hmm.
Or could be, but no.
What is that? What's actually happening?
I think they're just thinking the same.
Mm-hmm.
She's not around a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And she's connected to the people she's around.
Okay. So when she does have these thoughts, they're similar. Okay, good. One of the things that happened to her a long time ago is that she felt as if something were to lay on top of her and go through her, but felt that it never left. What was that?
It was a spirit looking for light.
Mm-hmm. What happened to that spirit?
He's still with her.
He's still with her. Does he know her?
I don't know.
All right. Can we take a moment now and speak with that spirit?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to count from 3 back to 1. When I get to number 1, let me have the spirit use Carla's voice to speak with me. Where is the spirit? Where is it in her body? Where is it attached? Identify the spot.
Her hip.
Her hip. Very good. So I'm going to take my hand and energy and bring that energy up. And as it begins to come up, 3, 2, and 1. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you the spirit that's been in Carla's body?
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell me who you are? What is your name?
Lois.
Louis. And how old are you, Louis?
7.
7. Louis, what year is it for you?
1970.
Mm-hmm. And Louis, what happened to your body that you lost your body?
I was hit on a bike.
You were hit on the bike. So Louis, what is it that happened after you left that body? Why didn't you go home?
I couldn't leave my family.
Okay. Did you know Carla? No. So how did you find her if you couldn't leave your family?
I lived near her.
You lived near her. Mm-hmm. And what happened that caused you to come near her?
My family moved.
Mm-hmm. Did they live in the same house that Carla did?
They live near her.
Nearby, okay. So what was happening with Carla at that time that attracted you so much to her? Because you could have also gone to her twin.
She was angry.
She was angry, okay. And that anger opened up a door for you?
Yes.
Okay. So what have you been doing to Carla this whole time that you've been attached to her etheric body?
I make her hip hurt.
You make her hip hurt, okay. Does her hip hurt because you were hurt on your own bike, Louis?
Yes.
Okay. You see, Louis, attaching to her isn't going to do anything for you because each time a body dies, the spirit goes back home. Did you know your family was waiting for you?
No.
No. Would you like to see your family again?
Yes.
Okay. But first, I think you need to apologize to Carla for allowing her to house you this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Sorry for making her hip hurt.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Carla, what do you say back to him?
It's okay.
Okay. Are you ready to let him go?
Yes.
I want you to go deep inside your hip and see how it is that Louis is connected to you, what cords are there. And I want you to pull those cords out as if they were very deep weeds. Pull them out of your hip. And Louis, I want you to go ahead and look inside of you and find that little white light. This is the white light of your Creator, the one who created you. And tell me when you see that light.
I see it.
All right, we'll make it bigger.
It's big.
And as you make that light bigger, I want you to look through it and see who's there. Who's waiting for you?
It's my grandma.
Mm-hmm. What does she say to you?
I miss you.
Good. Louis, may the light of the universe accompany you. Go see your grandma. And thank you very much. Pull all of your energy from Carla and take it with you. And Carla, tell me when he's completely gone.
He's gone.
Very good. Now I want you to look at your hip. And in that space, we need to put something to heal it, something to cool it, to bring down the inflammation where Louis was attached. What would you like to put there?
Amethyst.
Very good. So go ahead and put the amethyst on your hip. Completely seal it from all of his energy.
Yeah, it's done.
Very good. And now that we have Louis gone, I'd like for you to scan the rest of your body and see if we have any others that are lost. Anything else?
No.
No, very good. So let me connect once again to that source within you. And let's find out a little bit about what's going on with the relationships in your life. Why they've been so difficult. And I'd like for your guide to take you to a time and place where you made an agreement with these people. I'm going to count from 5 back to 1, and we're going to find when you made an agreement to come back and work together. 5, going through time and space. 4, to the memory of that lifetime. With these people. 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. Where are you?
I feel like I'm back in space.
Back in space, okay. So you know what the souls of these people feel like. In this lifetime, I'd like for you to go ahead and hone in on them and follow those souls to the lifetime in which you made the agreement to come back here together as a family, working on difficult situations. Follow their souls. and begin to see where you are. Feel it.
We knew each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we thought we would help each other learn lessons.
Mm-hmm. What are the lessons that need to be learned?
Love, unconditional love.
Unconditional love. Mm-hmm. What else?
Pain,
Mm-hmm. What would the pain teach, Carla?
understanding,
Mm-hmm.
forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
compassion.
Mm-hmm. Now it seems that she's had these difficult relationships throughout her life. They show up. Has she learned all her lessons?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to see all of these people in front of you. See them as they are in this lifetime and as souls who may have already left. And I want you to see the contracts in your hands. Are you ready now to break those contracts? All right, so I want you to see how those contracts had the words on it. Unconditional love, pain, understanding, forgiveness. We've already learned all that, haven't we? So go ahead and have you all tear the contract. And on the floor, I want you to imagine a big bowl of fire and throw those contracts in there. And now that you've broken the contract, you can tell all of these people that you've broken the contract, and I'd like for you to go ahead and thank them for those lessons.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you forgive yourself for holding on to these contracts for so long?
Yes.
Very good. So now, instead of having these contracts, I'd like for you to go ahead and look inside of your heart. What do you need in your heart to heal this?
Love.
Love. And what color does love look like?
It's pink.
Pink. So I'd like for you to see a ray of pink light coming into your heart. And tell me when it's just overflowing with pink.
It's overflowing.
Very good. You could take some of that pink light and just reflect it back to all of those souls who came here on earth in this lifetime of Carla's to show you all of this unconditional love, understanding, and all of these lessons. These were your teachers. I'd like for you to see their faces as you give them this pink light, and tell me what happens.
They're happy.
Very good. Thank you. So I'd like for you now to just cut the cords with them. Don't allow any cords to be attached to them and to you. And let's take a look at this body that we have here. And now that it's full of love, what is it that this body needs to nourish itself, to look fit, to feel good? What's going on in this body that's perhaps out of balance?
She needs to get moving.
Mm-hmm. What's been holding her back this whole time?
She's been unsure.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to take what she's learned and move forward.
Okay. So in which direction should she be moving in now?
She should go with what makes her feel good.
Very good. What happens when she's actually doing all of this that makes her feel good? How does that affect her spirit?
She is who she's meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Good. Has she been holding back?
Yes.
Okay. So, is there anything now that would keep her from doing that?
No.
No. Very good. One of the things that has been giving her joy is making these little bracelets for people and giving them away. She charges them. She programs them. What happens when someone receives one of these bracelets?
It opens them up.
Mm-hmm. Where is it that she learned to do this? Has she done this before in a different lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead. I'm going to put my hand on her forehead, and I want you to show her that lifetime. Show her that lifetime where she's done that before.
She's worked with crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Used them.
So what is it about the peacock or? Has she worked with that one before?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like for you to go ahead and show her how she has worked with the peacock or before. And what was the message that she received with the triangle? Go ahead and see what that was all about.
Look inside.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things are different beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Just learn to look inside.
Beautiful. That's a great message, isn't it? So now that we look inside and we see that she needs to move more, she needs to do what she's supposed to do, how does all of this have to do with the ascension?
She needs to look inside
Mm-hmm.
to meditate and for answers.
Okay, is she doing that?
She's starting to.
Mm-hmm. So how can this help with what she's been studying? She's been studying the Reiki. She's been wearing the crystals. Anything else that she needs to know about besides meditating?
Just meditate more.
Just meditate more. Okay.
Pay attention more to signals and signs.
Mm-hmm.
And ask for intentions.
Mm-hmm. Who are the ones that are helping her? Does she have any ascended masters that are listening to these messages and these prayers and helping her?
They all hear her.
They all hear her. Do any of them have messages for her today?
Stay on your path.
Mm-hmm.
Meditate each day.
Very good. Now, besides meditating, she had an interest in quantum jumping. Is this something that she'll be doing?
No.
No. Okay. Is it something that's real?
Yes.
Yes, but she won't be doing this.
No.
Okay, very good. Now, getting back to meditating, when she does do meditating, she sees colors, she sees images. What is it that's coming to her mind?
She's developing her intuition.
Mm-hmm.
She should just keep doing it.
Okay.
Ask for the answer and meditate.
Okay. Will she be at one time channeling Source? Or is she doing that already?
She's doing it already.
Okay, good. So how can she identify when it's her conscious mind and when she's channeling Source? Because a lot of people think they're just making it up.
It's in how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
It will feel right. It will feel... Don't question it. Just... It's her. She gets in her way.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that she is questioning is something that's going on with her body. Her neck is cracking. What's the message that the neck is giving her?
Stop looking back.
Ah.
Let it go.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready to release that today? All right. So I want you to show Carla what she's holding on to, what she's looking back at. Is she carrying all of this load?
Yes.
Okay, where is she holding on to it?
She remembers everything.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of it. You don't need it.
Okay. Is that why it's holding down her neck?
Yes. She turns to look back.
Mm-hmm. It seems to me with all this load, it may be hard for her to breathe. Are we ready to release that yoke around her head?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and begin to release this very heavy burden. Who would you like to give it to? Would you like to call in Jesus for that?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like to, on Carla's behalf, call in Jesus and have him bring down his hands and take that load away from the neck. All those memories, all those judgments, all those not good enough, all of those hurts and pains, just release them all.
It's gone.
Very good. And now you've been holding that for a long time. What would you like to put in that place where all of this load was holding on to?
Green light.
Beautiful. So let's bring in this green light, almost as if it was like a beautiful, slippery aloe vera green. So nothing can stick to her back anymore. And these memories, let's allow them to just slip away and only hold on to those things that are of benefit to her, that bring her joy and love and peace, that make her feel confident, joyful with her life, knowing that she's protected, that all you have to do is ask, meditate, and the answers will be there. Slip all that very green and slippery stuff all around the neck and the back, so that if anything negative tries to attach, it slips right off. Very good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to know that birthmark that she has on her foot, on her ankle. It looks like a maple leaf. What's the significance of that? Where did it come from? Is it from this lifetime?
No.
No. So I'd like for you to go ahead and show her that lifetime now. What happened to her foot?
I was stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
I was speared.
Mm-hmm. Who speared you?
I don't know.
So why is it that Carla has brought that souvenir into this life? What did she want to remember about that spearing?
Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So it seems that in many lifetimes, it's all about the same thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Is there anything now holding Carla back from speaking her truth?
No.
Good. So I want to know why it is that Carla was brought here to this session. What does she need to know? What was the message?
Let go of what doesn't serve you, and you know what do you need to do?
Beautiful. Is there any other message that you would like to give Carla before we bring her out?
You're doing well.
Very good. Thank you very much. Are we complete?
Yes.
Yes. Wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Whew.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Like I was sleeping.
Like you were sleeping?
Yeah, for hours and hours.
Yeah? How long do you think this was?
45 minutes.
We're about an hour and 23 minutes right now.
Oh, wow.
You experienced a lot of things. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did your body feel?
Very good.
You were holding on to a lot.
Yeah.
Do you realize that that's what's holding on? That's affecting your weight too?
Oh, wow. It's literal. Yeah.
You were like packing it all in?
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. People say you're sweaty. You are sweaty. My hands are like... My hands are usually cold, but they're very warm.
You've been everywhere.
Yeah.
You did great.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
So we did a lot of stuff here today.
Yeah.
Is this something that you want to share or you want to keep private?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. It helped me watching your videos. So if you think that it'll help anyone, I'll share it.
Wonderful. Good.
Thank you.
So how do you feel?
Lighter.
Yeah?
Like everything's spinning through my head. Like, you know, there was so much that went on in there. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was an experience. It was a good experience, but it was not at all what I thought it would be.
Well, you had told me before that someone attempted to do a hypnosis session. How was it different this time?
It was much deeper. It was very vivid. Like, I mean, it surprised me what I was actually able to see. You know.
And even the times in which you weren't talking, were you seeing a lot of different things? Were you getting chunks of information?
Almost like whole pictures.
Yes. And that's what happens. Sometimes when people watch these videos, you're not talking, and they're thinking nothing's going on, but you're like grasping the entire lifetime. Is that right? Yeah.
You just feel so much more, you know. I didn't expect to feel so much. Like some of the things that
happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it make sense? What you've been going through your life? What's happened in your life? Yeah, it's great. So do you recommend this experience to other people?
You should do it. If you're on the fence, just do it.
And how long did it take for you to get an appointment with me?
It happened right away. Right away. My daughter decided, well, we were talking about, we've been watching. She's coming too. Yes, we've been watching videos for a while, and she decided that we were going to try and get one in the first month.
And you did.
It came up, boom.
And everybody is crying out there because they've been trying on for a long time.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I will pray for all of you.
But that's what happens. It's divine timing. When you're supposed to be here, you will. And that's how it goes. You and your daughter will see me in a couple of months, so that's going to be cool. And you know, we were talking about the little bracelets that you make, and Carla gave me this little bracelet. And for those of you who wonder, who have given me things and wonder if I wear them, yes, I do wear the things that you give me.
I'll be watching on your future videos.
So I just got this one the other day, and this necklace came to me, and this was, so I do wear the stuff that you give me. It's just like you don't always see my videos, but thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
It's part of, you know, giving me some love too.
You've given everybody so much. So.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for that. So if you would like a session with me, go to my website, albaweinman.com. Sign up for the newsletter. It's the only way I do it. I travel all around the world doing this. And if you're meant to be at one of my sessions, you will. If not, go to one of my gatherings. I'm doing this all around the world to bring all of you together. You're all out there watching me,
and there's only one of me, and I would like to get you all together, but it's really hard to get you together if you're all sitting on your butt watching the YouTube. So you need to actually talk to people and meet them and feel them and become friends. So I'm doing this in order to bring you all together, because the more of us that are united, the faster this is going to go. And we want to bring everybody into 5D, and we need to do that by connecting with each other, not just doing this watching on YouTube. Come to one of my gatherings. I hope I meet you there. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye. Give me a real big one now.
Thank you so much for